important parts in operating the radio room. The first is getting the key from Mr. Kaplan's room and unlocking the door. Start by going into his room.
Mark. Drawer.
You'll find his key in the big drawer, and it's in the back behind the file. It's a gold one.
Bye, Mark. You're an American hero. Godspeed.
Take the key, walk down the hallway to the radio room. Once you're there, you open the room by putting the key into the lock, turning it clockwise until it can't anymore, and pushing forward on the key. Now turn on the lights. They're on the right side alcove as you walk in the door. The next step is turning on the speakers. Start with the top two. They're pretty easy. All you have to press is the power button. The third's a little more difficult. Make sure the toggle is inward so you can turn on the power button as shown. Now you have to play music. Go into the next room and wake up the computer to start playing songs. Once the computer's on, you'll find you have two options of song selection. Normally waking up the computer consists of nothing more than shaking the mouse. One option, once it's on, is to play songs from the iTunes library. If there's songs that you want to play that aren't on there, you can also open Google Chrome and go to YouTube and pick the songs you want. You can use the tab feature to line up songs one after the other. You just have to operate the playlist and play them manually. Next, you'll need to go to the soundboard and turn it on. This is what connects the sound to the speakers. Turn up the volume on channel 1. That's the computer volume. When your music's playing, you'll see the light bars at the top. That'll tell you that the music's running. Once your radio show's over, you'll need to turn off the soundboard and everything else in the opposite fashion that you turned them on. Start by fading out the volume on the soundboard. Then turn off the soundboard itself. Close all the remaining computers on the window and put it to sleep. You need to turn off the speakers as well. Start by turning off the top two by pressing their power buttons. Turn off the bottom one first by pressing its own power button and then toggling the on and off switch. Now you need to turn off the lights, close the door behind you, and return the key to Mr. Kaplan. Note that only the back light controls the lights. The front light's a fan, you don't need to touch it. Hold the door shut behind you and walk the key back to Mr. Kaplan's room. There are many times in the radio club where something's not working right. One common issue is that the music doesn't play. You need to fix this by checking every part of the radio system to make sure everything's connected. Start with the back of the soundboard. Make sure all the wires are plugged in their respective places. Then check the back of the computer. If that black wire is not plugged into the headphone jack, nothing will work. Make sure the wires running through the ceiling aren't doing anything funny. and make sure they're connected at the back and the front. An issue you'll often run into is that Mr. Kaplan's not in his room and someone will lock his door.
Get the key,
You can't
Mark.
get into his room. You need
No
to go
one's in
upstairs
there.
and ask
Oh
Miss
no,
Webster
there's
for
no
a
one
key.
there. What do we do?
She's located right in the front desk of the lobby. You need to give her something though in order to get the key. Normally it's your wallet or your phone. Borrow the key, unlock the room, and bring it back to her. This concludes the basic radio room instruction.